Retirement may be a long way off for Gen Zers, millennials, Gen Xers, but many are considering what steps to take to prepare for their golden years.
At least that's what you want.
Yes.
We're all supposed to be thinking about that, right? Financial instructor Michael Masserant from the Retirement Education Foundation here to talk about starting early and where your head should be at different stages of life. Michael, thank you for being here.
Of course.
And we're going to focus on Gen Zers also in our next hour as well. They have a particular set of struggles due to probably many factors. The phone is probably one of them, as we've been talking about, digital technology. But yeah, at what age do we start really focusing on or thinking about retirement?
So ideally, like day one of your first job is when you should start thinking about retirement, because the one tool that younger people have that older people don't is time.
Yeah.
The more time you have, the more powerful the savings are going to be. That is the easiest, most simple rule to memorize for anybody. And the younger people, if they take advantage of that time, can put themselves in a great spot for retirement down the road.
What about, the idea of saving versus investing too? I feel like growing up it was all like save, 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 but really you want to invest, invest, invest. For
sure. So that's actually a really good point, because the word saving, I'm guilty of this. When I think of the word saving, my brain, that means investing to me. But to your point, for a lot of people, they think that saving might just mean saving money into a savings account. You cannot save your way to retirement. Inflation will rob you every single year. You need to invest that money in the stock market, let it grow for you, work for you. Because if you just save your money in cash in a savings account, whether because you think investing is too scary or too difficult, which it's not, it's pretty simple these days, or you just don't understand the power of the compound growth, you will not be able to save your way in cash in a savings account to retirement.
So savings, you're not going to build any kind of, the percentage you're going to earn on that is nothing compared to investing in the stock market.
Over long periods of time. These days we can get 3.5% on a high yield savings account, which is great. That's great for the cash sitting. It's safe in our savings account. But over the long run, the stock market averages roughly 10% per year. So 10% per year versus 3% per year, you're going to be way further ahead saving the money in the stock market versus in a savings account.
Okay, so 15 years to retirement or so. This would be maybe
this would be about me.
Gen Xers.
I'm a Gen Xer right now. I'm 46 years old. I mean, 15 years from now, 61, and you start thinking about what you're doing.
For sure. And for Gen Xers, a lot of these people, it's people who have, they've bought the home. They're toward the latter stage or in the middle of raising a family still. The kids are still teenagers maybe or younger, and it's challenging. There's a lot of people pulling at the budget.
The storm.
The storm, exactly. I like that comment earlier, yeah. So there are a lot of people pulling at the budget, and so it's really important to make sure you are paying yourself first. If you're paying yourself first, okay, when we get paid, the first place money goes is the 401k or the IRA or the Roth IRA. Whatever is left after that, fantastic, go spend it, but we got to pay ourselves first. It's really easy to let that 401k, I'll not increase that this year. I'll decrease the contribution this year. I'll make it up next year. That is a slippery slope. Don't fall down that trap.
And we're taking a look at this too, 5 to 15 years of retirement, leverage catch-up contributions. What is that?
So as people are aging, 50 and up, 55 and up, you're able to save more and more into your 401ks, your 403bs, your IRAs. And so it's a really great way to catch up on your retirement savings. If you realize, oh, wait a minute, I'm 55 years old and I'm maybe not quite on track yet, you can do some extra savings in those latter years to catch back up.
Michael, for people who don't have access to a 401k, what is the simplest way for them to become active in the stock market?
So there are 3 really simple ways: a traditional IRA, a Roth IRA, or just a regular brokerage account.
Which you can open up online, correct?
You can open a brokerage account in 5 minutes. Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard, they're all great. It's the same thing for a traditional and a Roth IRA. There's really, in today's day and age, there's no excuse that there's so much technology at our fingertips. These companies make it really easy to get an account open, get some money deposited, and start investing.
And the difference between a brokerage account and an IRA is what?
So with an IRA, those IRA and a Roth IRA, they're tax advantaged accounts. So when the money's growing, the money grows tax deferred. And with a brokerage account, you're going to owe taxes on the growth of that money. So if we're saving, let's try to save into the IRAs first, and then let's save into the brokerage account second.
It's great. One of the things that we just had a screen up there, if you're 0 to 5 years away from retirement, one of the things is to, call a professional and really, it is really complicated stuff, and you are benefiting.
I mean, it is, but it isn't, right? I mean,
So,
'cause there's some easy aspects, but yes.
Yes,
There are some easy aspects, but even before calling it, our recommendation is education.
Yeah.
People just don't know what they don't know. So if you don't know what you don't know what questions to ask, you don't know what to look for, and unfortunately we get bombarded with articles, news, friends, family, YouTube videos, social media. Financial advice on social media these days is unbelievable. So we get bombarded with all these hacks, tips, advice, things to do. Stop just trying things. You need to educate yourself to understand, okay, where am I at? What do I want? What is it going to take to get to where I want? And what tools will get me there? It isn't what the social influencers trying to peddle on the course, the trading course based on their algorithms they're trying to peddle on TikTok is probably not the right tool. So you need to educate yourself on what really matters for you.
I love it. We're not done yet. We're talking more with Michael in our next hour. We have moved Wealthy Wednesday to a Tuesday. refedu.org, Retirement Education Foundation, refedu.org.
Great
Plenty
resources.
of resources there, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
Of
Good
course.
stuff.